Hey folks, thanks for stopping by. If it's your first time here, thanks for visiting. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So I'm going to make this video as short as possible because I'm pretty cold. I've been in the barn all day and trying to get a project done. And so I want to get this video done and get inside next to the warm wood stove. So I want to show you what Santa brought my Massey Ferguson GC2610 for Christmas. So I looked at the weather forecast a few days ago and it showed no rain, no snow, no terrible weather in the forecast. So I thought, perfect, now's the time to install the gifts that Santa brought for the tractor. And of course, as soon as I tore into the tractor, the weather forecast changed and they were predicting snow for the weekend. It's Saturday evening and it's just starting to snow now. It's supposed to snow all night and into tomorrow. So I don't know, I think we're going to get somewhere around 10 inches of snow, but who knows, we may get a whole lot more, a whole lot less. All right, so I want to show you what I got for the tractor. I'm going to have to bring it outside at one point, but I'm going to show you, we'll do a walk around first inside, and then I'll show you the difference outside. So that kind of leads you to know what I got for the tractor, or what Santa got for the tractor. So let's do a quick walk around. I'll turn this around. All right, this is going to be tough to do because the camera gets cold and shuts down, so I'm going to have to do this quickly. So we got these lights here that you see. There's the 20-inch light bar on top. That's a Nilight 420 watt spot and flood combo light. I don't know what the 420 watts converts to in lumens, but we got that there, and that's facing backward. That's for snow blowing at night. We also got these Nilight 4-inch 60 watt pods here facing forward. That's for a little additional light when I'm going forward. But I really need most of the light looking backward when I'm snow blowing. I think I said that's a 60 watt. Again, I don't know what they convert to in lumens. Those are all mounted right now by magnets. I purchased the magnets. I mean, Santa delivered the magnets with the lights to the Massey Ferguson GC2610. So those are all mounted by magnets now. I will probably at some point mount those with some U-clamps on the ROPS. Those are really strong magnets and they should hold the lights on the ROPS, but I am a little nervous that they might slide off. I'm also worried that they'll scratch up the ROPS. So at some point I'll most likely convert those over to U-clamp mountings. We also got this Dinfu beacon light. It's 12 volt and 24 volt. Either way, it's got 9 modes. It's battery operated, but there is the option here. You can plug it in and charge it, but you can also run it with a cigarette lighter type plug-in. So I think at some point I'll probably mount somewhere in here. I'll mount a little cigarette lighter type outlet, and then I can plug it in. Again, this is magnet mount, and you can see it's pretty solid there. It's sliding around a little bit. What I'm going to do at some point is probably right down here. I'll mount that right down here. I'll build a little platform for it and mount it there. It does have some holes for screws, so I'll rig something up and mount it there, so then I don't have the chance that it'll slide off. Got that. There. All right, so the lights came with a wiring harness that hooks to the battery. I'll open that up and show you. So we've got the wiring here. There's the positive and the negative wire here. So they mount right to the battery. And then I put the switch in right here. So I really like the wiring harness. Everything was there that I needed. The problem that I had was trying to run the run the harness under the floor deck here and then up through the chassis. So I took the screen off here, tried to feed it through, and I was having trouble. So then I thought, well, maybe what I'll do is just wire it up from the back. I had a couple of options. I've seen some people wire their lights directly to the wiring for the tail lights. My lights are up here. On some tractors they're down there. So they tap right into the wiring for the lights. Most tractors, and I know I've got one. You can see it right. Let's see, right there. There's wiring for auxiliary use, and some people plug into that for their lights. And I gave that some thought, and I almost did that. I actually started working on that. I was going to wire it up that way, but I really liked the fact that the wiring harness had just about everything I needed. There was one little deficiency, and I'll show you that. So I gave it a little extra effort, and I got the wiring snaked up through the body here and through the chassis, and you can see it there. Ran it up through the chassis. Comes out here, and there's actually two branches. This wire here goes to that light, and then the other wire here comes up here and then splits, and I'll explain this. This set of wires here is for the pod, and then this wire right here goes up to the light bar up there. So I really like that. It was just really a matter of plugging it in and going. So I gave it a little extra effort and got that wiring harness all set up. The one deficiency, like I mentioned, was that this set of wires here for the pod was too short. It ended here. Actually, it ended up about up here. So I just had to cut some wiring and feed it from here up to here. Otherwise, everything fit perfectly. So got everything wired up and mounted in place. Ran all the wiring through this, I forget what this stuff is called, but this conduit here. Ran everything through that to protect it. These connections really don't fit well in there, so I'll just take some black electrical tape and cover those up. I've got black electrical tape around here somewhere. I just have to find it. I put it where I wouldn't lose it. And then I just zip tied all the wiring to the ROPs. I do have the connections here, so if I have to take the ROPs off, or put it down for any reason, if I have trouble with the wiring, I can just disconnect everything. Right now with the magnets, I can just pull everything off, but once I mount everything permanently with the U-bolts, I can just disconnect the wiring if I have to and drop the ROPs or pull it off. Let's see, what else did I miss? I think that's everything there. I did, or Santa did, bring LED bulbs for the headlights. So I'm not sure if I've got that on video, if that recorded or not. So it's not really going to show up during the day now. But there's the there are the LED lights. They are brighter than the old stock, whatever they were, halogen bulbs or whatever they were. I think they're halogens. It does seem to cast a spot right down here really low. I looked at it last night and it did shine more light up around, you know, broadly than the old bulbs, but it really seems to shine down low there. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. But I do have the other LED pods there to help me. All right, so let's try the regular stock headlights and see how they look. So there they are. Now let's try the LED lights. Okay, now here are the LED lights, the headlights. So I don't know, maybe a little better. They seem to be aimed down toward the ground more, right in front of the tractor. So I have to go back and look at the previous video to see what the old headlights look like. But I don't know, maybe these are lighting up more overall. If I recall, the original bulbs just lit up an area right here. These seem to be lighting up a broader area, but they are aimed down lower to the ground, I think. So I don't know. We'll have to compare them on the video. So I'll do a quick view of the lights turned on with the barn lights off. So let's flip them on. Here are the front ones. And there's the back one. Okay, now I'll show you the lights outside in the dark. Okay, we're going to test out the front lights first. Let's do the halogen. I'm going to shut off my headlamp here, the light on my head. I'll shut that off, and then we'll turn on the. Let's see. We'll turn on the halogen lights. I mean the LED lights, the headlights. So yeah, they're shining right in front of the tractor, but they do provide a little bit of light, more light than the original bulbs did. So now we'll turn on the other lights, the big LED lights, see what they do. They light it up pretty good. Get out of the shadows there. Looks pretty good. And now the back lights. So I'll shut it off. Oh, turn off the headlights. There you go. All right, so that orange light you see, that's the that's my service light over there by the barn. So let's turn on the LED light. Not bad. Lights it up pretty good. So maybe in some warmer weather, I'll do a better test, drive it around or something, but I'm really cold. So I'll provide some information on the Nilight lights, the serial number or model name or whatever I have. I think I might still have the box around. And I'll put that into the description and somewhere in the video here. All right, so I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to get inside and warm up by the wood stove. So one more time, there's the front. Shut it off. And back on. Does a pretty good job. And then back here, and here's why I had to get the lights all done yesterday. So I'm able to use the tractor today for snow blowing. Kind of looks nice, doesn't it? But it sure is cold. Okay, folks, as always, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks again.